Welcome back. You're tuned in here with Raider Dave. It's Thursday evening, January 23rd in the year of 2020. Flying through the new year, man. All the events, the official Las Vegas in full effect for the Raiders. The draft all laid out for this offseason. It's going to be one hell of an exciting time. So today, here's what I'm going to do, man. Today, I'm not going to drop my original podcast. I'm going to drop that tomorrow. We're going to talk about the Hall of Fame. We're going to talk about history in the making, the new era in Vegas. That's what tomorrow's about. Tonight, I just wanted to break the ice with you guys, man. Cover some news and notes over the last couple weeks. Also, just tell you a little bit about what's going on, man. My excitement as a Raider fan moving forward. I have zero interest in the Super Bowl right now, as I did last year. I was not interested in the Patriots and the Rams, and it was music to my ears how boring that Super Bowl was because just like this Super Bowl, I'm all about eating, and that's about it. I'm going to eat good, and I'm going to bring a nice cigar, and I'm going to puff on a nice cigar to the Super Bowl party. And that's another thing. When Super Bowls like this, I always attend Super Bowl parties because I don't give the TV ratings love from the Grimey household. It's just like that. I keep it business. Rather than go on Twitter and start calling people out and tell them, oh, you're rooting for the Niners? Shame on you. Or you're rooting for the Chiefs? Shame on you. That ain't Raider-like. I'm not going to make any accusations towards anybody. Everybody has a right to do whatever they want on Super Bowl Sunday. I respect people's decisions. But as far as me, man, I just handle it in a business manner. This is the worst Super Bowl matchup. If you're wearing silver and black, this is the worst Super Bowl matchup that I can think of. I mean, literally. How many NFC teams do you hate that bad besides the Niners? So I'll just leave it at that. And then you got, in my opinion, I've always said it, the number one rivalry for me is the Kansas City Chiefs. And I love when they don't make it to the Super Bowl for 50 years. Man, this is the first time in my lifetime. I'm 41 years old. This is the first time in my lifetime this team has cracked a shot in the Super Bowl. That is crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, so that's my feelings on that. I kind of jumped into a different segment there, but I'm just kind of chopping through some notes, catching up. Before I kind of get into the meat and potatoes, what I'm going to discuss tonight, I want to give a shout out to Hardcore Raider, his channel. Do check it out. Do subscribe. Links are all in the description. Also, MoJoe's Podshow. Do subscribe. Check out his channel. He's got a nice giveaway going on as well. And I got a couple episodes. And like I said, I've chopped it up with Hardcore, MoJoe. So I do go on different shows. I'm sure a lot of us are all in the same community, so you guys pretty much know that. But yeah, I'm back to focusing in right here, doing what I do in the off season. And we'll just see how this thing all shakes out. But definitely check it out. I like interacting with those guys, man, and show love. And let's get rolling. Let's get rolling. So, also the draft league that I talked about, that I was trying to get a spot for. I did get a spot, man. I'm going to be picking number 13 for the Indianapolis Colts. That's my pick right now. I got the Colts. I got the number 13th pick, so I might show a couple mock drafts because my focus on that league, it's a points league, so you score points based on how the team does in real life. So I'm going to be drafting Colts position needs, and I was able to actually, it was funny, me and my buddy were discussing it last night, and I had 3 key needs that I thought the Colts needed right off the top of my head. He's like, yeah, focus on needs for the Colts. He's kind of giving me the rundown, and my bro's a Raider fan, so he's got the Raiders. He's waited a long time to get the Raiders, by the way. So I'll probably never have the Raiders, but much love, brother. Thank you for getting me in, man. I'm going to definitely do my part, work hard at it, all that stuff. So I did get accepted. Looking forward to it. And, yeah, man, so let me check. Hold up. I think what I'll do is, also, like I said, I'm going to get into news and notes, but at the end of this, what I'll do is I'll drop in a quick video on the Las Vegas Preview Center. If any of you haven't heard, the Preview Center is a little museum they have in Las Vegas near the stadium where they're building the stadium, and that was up in 2017 when I went there, and it's just a nice cool little spot where they have like memorabilia. It's where they sell tickets. You get the layout of the stadium. So I have my vlogging camera that I use, and I probably got it's chopped up over the last 3 years. Just to be honest, like I kind of spliced in a couple things. So I'll show that video at the end of tonight's little segment. And just watching, and not only that, man, what an accolade, what an accomplishment for Mike Mayock in his first draft as general manager in the NFL. That's just something. I just think it was remarkable what he did last year. Just the production level. You just look at 5th round picks like Hunter Renfrow, undrafted free agents like Alec Ingold, and it's just, I just love what they did. And then you got Andre James, who stepped in a big moment for Rodney Hudson, another undrafted free agent. And just the list goes on, man. Foster Morrow, Josh Jacobs. We didn't really get to see Jonathan Abram, but he was effective in one game. Cleveland Farrell with his run-stopping ability, and the fact that, you know, he didn't really play a lot of snaps. And I thought, you know, it's crazy when fans get see. That's why, like, sometimes like Facebook and Twitter, I'm a part of those apps and I'm a part of those social media outlets, but the opinions run a little too strong and shifty, I should say, to where it's like, okay, you know, like, come on, you're calling Cleveland Farrell a bust by like week 4, by like week 6. I'll just stretch it out a little bit there. I mean, that was just insane, man. But so I just want to thank you guys on YouTube, man, that we can have a logical conversation, that I can actually put a voice out here, man, and we can just discuss things and have a realistic, logical conversation, man, because, you know, we're talking about, we're trying to foresee the future, and that's what makes it fun. It's guesswork. You know, hey, man, I think this guy's going to be good, you know, but nobody really knows how these things are going to translate. You know, we're getting better with data. We're getting better with, you know, player evaluation and all that stuff. But, you know, I just think it's funny sometimes when it's the early birds come out with the bust, you know, opinions and stuff like that. So, I don't know, rant over. And the other big news was the PSLs that sold out in Las Vegas. 54,000 seat licenses completely sold out. Huge, huge accomplishment for the Raiders in their new stadium. I've been saying it all along. The bills are paid on time. The hotel tax did its part in paying for this. Not only that, people with money stepped up and bought tickets. You have 60% of Nevada. You know, according to the data, it shows that 60% of Nevada shares were sold and 40% of California. So this is a collective effort. When they announced the move to Vegas, I'm like, this is a drop in the bucket for us out here in Southern California. I'm not lying, man. From where I live right now, I could hop in my car right now with a full tank of gas, and I can get to Vegas in 3.5 hours. It's a like literally our backyard, and it's not going to be no different. You know, it's actually a shorter drive, but I just found it funny when Stan Kroenke and the Chargers wanted to make this power move to go to LA, and their PSLs are not sold out. Their PSLs go for $100. You can check out their website. It's crazy. So this has shifted completely against what they're what their forecast was, when their business outlook, I should say. Maybe he's just focused on the Olympics, having the Olympics in LA and making his money back on that. I don't know what it is, but I was like, there's no way you're going to break the culture of the Raider Nation and think that Raider fans are going to trade in their jerseys and become Rams or Chargers fans, or even vice versa up in the Bay Area right now. You know, I know maybe some jumped ship, maybe some didn't. I don't know. I'm not keeping track, but I'm just saying, like, you know, I think that's what some of these teams thought. These teams in California, like the Niners, the Chargers, and the Rams, like Raider fans were just going to turn in their silver and black jerseys and become fans of these California teams, and that's not the case, man. Because that said, you know, as far as the Raiders' success financially, though, because this is a big deal, shiny brand new stadium, funding is there, they got cap room. Mark Davis has money in his pocket. I mean, I think when it's all said and done, when this team launches their first season in Vegas, I think by mid-season, I'm going to make a bold prediction. Here's a bold prediction. I'm going to say by week 8 next year, or this year, the Raiders will be in the top 5 as far as revenue goes. If not by week 1, if not by the time they get done with preseason, this team is going to be in the top 5 as far as revenue goes in the NFL amongst all the 32 teams. That's just my prediction, because they are moving up that ladder fast. And everything's not quite what they speculated. Oh, well, the casinos are just going to buy up tickets and give them away. Maybe true, maybe not, man. The casinos really don't give away shit like they used to. They don't give away match play. If anybody knows any casino that gives a match play still in 2020, please let me know. I missed that. Man, how many times? I used to go to Link Hotel. I give them shit every time I go, too. But if anybody knows of a casino that still does a match play, man, I miss those. $20 match plays were the shit. Man, it's just a good way to get started if you're going to throw some dice, you know, maybe play some roulette. I would use match plays for roulette. That's typically what I would do. I think they still do it like on, you know, areas like Fremont Street, you know, where the locals hang out. They probably still have a lot of match plays. So if you're a local, if you're a citizen, please get at me, man, on this one, man, because I'm kind of frustrated with Link Hotel and them not doing this shit anymore. Or maybe I'm just not throwing enough money at the tables to where they don't even give a crap about me anymore. But the $20 match play, you go to, you usually check in, they give you a coupon book, all that stuff, and you can start getting some buy one, get one drinks. They always want to entice you, get you started, and that's the key for me. Get me started and I spend money, So, but here's how I always won in Vegas with the $20 match play. I take my $20, I take a $20 bill, I get $20 in chips, and I go to roulette. And I put $20 on black. Once again, when it comes to the game of roulette, I do not recommend playing the game of roulette. It's not a game that you're going to really win money in. Yes, you can. There's always crowds of people around the roulette table, but trust me, man, craps is if you want to really play and have fun, craps is your game. But roulette's it's a suicide game if you ask me. But typically, here's what I would do. I'd put my $20 match play on black. Oh, and you know why. It's silver and black up in this house. I'm putting my silver $20 match play on there. I put my $20 chips because you have to match it with your $20. So now I have $40 on black. And it's basically, the odds are what? Like on hitting black, I think like 48.5%. I forget what the odds are to hit. It's basically close to a coin flip. It's a 50-50 shot. You got the green double zeros, the red. Those are your three right there. Typically, you're going to hit red or black. So... And always watch, how many times black's hitting. You can look up at the on the board, and you can see like how many times black has hit. If it's hit like 6 times in a row, if red's hitting, whatever's hitting, take your chances. It's a gamble. But what I would typically do is go $20 on black with my match play. Boom, $40. Boom, black hits because it always would hit every time. And this is when I first get there, check in the hotel, all that. Boom, $20. Now I just won $40. So what I do is I pull my money off, I cash out, because that match play, that's the purpose. So now I have $80 with my $20, and I'm telling you, man, out of like 20 times of like, I swear I had the numbers back in the day, but like out of like 20 times of doing that, like I maybe lost that once. So it was like 19 out of 20. And that's like, I would always, then the next thing I would do is go get a nice breakfast. I would go get a nice breakfast, and I always recommend Hash House A Go-Go in the Link Hotel, one of my favorite breakfasts in Vegas. I have 3 favorite breakfasts in Vegas. I'll talk about that tomorrow because we're going to talk about history in the making in the segment. So I'll talk about where to get breakfast. I have 3 grand spots. And once again, with Raider Dave, I'm a Californian here. Okay, so if there's a Vegas guy out there that just wants to like show me up and tell me, nah, dude, this is where the locals go. Because I do go where the locals go sometimes. Sometimes I like to be on the strip, though, where everybody's vacationing. And I like to meet new people, interact, and have fun, man. So don't listen to me. This is just what I like. The locals might tell you a lot. They're going to actually tell you a lot better, but this is just me. So that's typically what I would do. So if you didn't know what a match play is, that's what a match play is, and that's how you take advantage of it. And like I said, it worked every time for me. So to basically close out my point on that, my point being is that when people say like, oh, the casinos bought up all those freaking tickets and they're just going to give them away to whoever they want, like road fans and all that, that's where like that argument went out the freaking window for me, because I'm like, casinos don't give away shit. I mean, I know I'm not a high roller, but they don't give away shit. And I talk to people, man. I'm like, hey, I've even seen high rollers bitching because I stand in the platinum line. I'm able to get, I'm platinum, whatever. Forgive me. I'm not a 7-star, but I'm platinum. I get free parking. I get VIP. I get a few little things. I get comps. I get some things here and there, but I'm not going to be a 7-star. I'm not trying to lose my house to be a 7-star, but even those guys, I've had 7 stars and they tell me, they're like, dude, they don't do that shit no more. So maybe the casino would probably, there's some people that are going to probably hook up with some tickets. I'm sure. Caesars is a part of this thing. You saw the big announcement today that MGM actually partnered up with the Raiders. So the Raiders are partnered up with the 2 biggest groups as far as the casinos go. They're tapped in with Caesars, and they're tapped in with MGM. Shout out to that. I got MGM stock, so I bought MGM stock last year. It's going down right now, but that's because there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and there's a lot of, there's a lot of transition going on in Vegas, but that's something I've always had my eyes on. So if you are in the stock market, man, do check out MGM Casino. I'm proud of myself for being a part of that. Hey, when it's your favorite football team, it makes it fun, All right, so the last piece of news, I'm going to get into Tom Brady in a little bit too, because I know that's part of the news. I'm sorry. But let me touch base on Brenston Buckner, man. Fired by the Raiders. He was hired by Gruden last year. You know, the defensive line doubled in sacks. We saw Brenston Buckner in the Hard Knock episode. Man, charismatic guy, disciplinary guy, player coach, you know, enthusiastic, charismatic. Those are the things, everything you like in a human being, man, this guy possessed. It was a bummer to hear that news that, hey, you know, and not only that, but if you follow him on Twitter, man, his Raider pay, I mean, he just embraced being a Raider. He loved being a Raider. He was a Raider fan. He is a Raider fan. And I don't think it's personal. I didn't follow up to see if he had any statements or anything, or if he's even got a new job yet. But shout out to Brenston Buckner and doubling sacks in 1 year, being a charismatic Raider. And, you know, like I said, once a Raider, always a Raider, but I definitely thank him for his service. And I do understand the move, you know, when you really look at it from a big picture standpoint. You know, this is a move to, in my opinion, I'm just going to give you my angle, I should say, is that I think this is a move to put Paul Guenther in the hot seat, because Marinelli, who replaced him, he's a former defensive coordinator himself, working under Gruden with Tampa Bay, also with Dallas of recent times. And, you know, the ousting of Jason Garrett over there, they took their time on that one, you know, led to this move. And, you know, so I just think, as most would agree, and most are speculating, that this is a move to put Paul Guenther in the hot seat. You want to create that sense of urgency. I've been saying it, hey, whatever it takes to put guys like Paul Guenther on the hot seat, Derek Carr on the hot seat. I'm all for bringing in a quarterback this offseason to bring up the sense of urgency. There needs to be a sense of urgency in that locker room. One quick thing, though, on Derek Carr. Just like last year, how he responded to Max Kellerman's comments and all that, he's responding now to the Brady rumors. My buddy sent me the link last night. I really didn't get into reading it. I was working, and I don't know, man. Derek Carr, man, in my opinion, I like him. I know he's a good guy. I support him. He's a Raider. I know he wants to be a Raider, but here's my beef, man. Like, dude, don't worry about what people are saying, dude. Focus on being the Raiders quarterback. Focus on your craft. Focus on winning games, dude. Like, quit focusing. So what? People are saying negative things about you. They have their right to their opinion, just like he does, and he has his right to express it. But as a professional in the professional sport of football, learn to grow some thick skin and ignore this. And this goes for his family blocking people on Twitter and all that. So that pretty much sums up tonight's, you know, discussion. Going through news and notes, breaking the ice, saying what's up, all that. Tomorrow, geared towards the Hall of Fame and history in the making, mainly the draft. What Vegas is preparing for us and what we should be prepared for in Vegas. I'm excited. Check out the Las Vegas Preview Center. I'm going to run the video at the end here. Much love to you all, man. I'll be seeing you again tomorrow, Friday the 24th. We're flying through January, baby. I'm excited. Hey, and guess what? As a 41-year-old man, I found out what I was lacking in life. I fucking got some vitamins, man. I hadn't been taking vitamins for the last year, man, and it was really affecting me. I didn't notice that I need my nutrients, man. I was trying to get for so many years I was getting my nutrients from food, being a dummy. But yes, I got my vitamins at my ripe age in my 40s, and I'm back. I'm back to my youth here. All right, man. You guys have a good one. I'll catch up again. Raider Nation for life. Peace. Quick though, before we get it started, man, I saw some Jumpman shoes, you know what I'm saying? Some Jumpman Air Jordans. I think they're overrated. I got the Reebok right here. Raider logo. G-Unit. Hey, Grimey Unit right there. The G-Unit shoes, you know what I'm saying? Keep it original. These shoes, man, I've had to glue them back together, you name it. But this is a pair of kicks I will never give up on. I'll rock these shits till I'm barefooted, you know what I'm saying? So, Raider Nation, Grimey Unit, G-Unit, I'm out.
I had a dream that someday I would build the finest organization in professional sports.
As soon as I saw the Raiders on television, the black, and the way they played, and the excitement, I wanted to be a Raider.
The greatest coaches.
John Madden goes on the shoulders of his players.
The greatest players. And those teams that built the league.
Woo! That's what I'm saying.
You get everything I got.
and we can never forget those great fans. So it'll always be definitely to see you all in those silver
Oh, yeah, baby.
and have you all individually introduced to the roar of the crowd.
Thank you.